हरे कृष्णा। पूनम माता जी, ज्योत्सना माता जी, शुभांगी माता जी, वाणी माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। All
हरे
wishes,
कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
all wishes of Prabhupada Gurudev. We'll start with a quick, short Mangala prayer, Mangalachana prayer, and we'll start reading Bhagavad Gita. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. मम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासादि भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं श्रीगुरुं दिनदारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्। ॐ अपवित्र पवित्रो वा सर्वावसङ्गतोऽपि वा यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं ताभ्याभ्यन्तरं शुचि। श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु। So I will show you one video. So say Bhagavad Gita chapter verses only. Let me share. Let us hear Bhagavad Gita 12th chapter and at last Bhakti Yoga. Let us start.
अथ
You can follow. You can follow if you want. You can follow. Mata is. You can follow with that that Mata is tunes. All the slokas. Tomorrow onwards we will read. We will directly recite all the prayers.
भक्ति योगः। अर्जुन उवाच एवं सततयुक्ताये भक्तः त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां ते योगवित्तमाः। श्रीभगवानुवाच मय्याविश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेताः ते मे युक्ततमा मताः। ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यम् अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवम् सर्वीयं येन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रताः। क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्तं विगतेर्दुःखं देहवद्भिरवाप्यते। ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्तः उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम् मय्येव मनमाधत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः। अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय अभ्यासेभ्यसमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि अथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यथात्मवान् श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात् ध्यानं विशिष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागस्त्यागात् शान्तिरनन्तरम् अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखक्षमी सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी यदात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिर्यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यस्मान्नोद्विजते लोको लोकान्नोद्विजते च यः मुक्तो यस्य च मे प्रियः अनपेक्षश्च्युतिर्दक्ष उदासीनो गतव्यथः सर्वारम्भपरित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति परित्यागी भक्तिमान् यः स मे प्रियः समशत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानोपमानयोः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु समः सङ्गविवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौली सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतस्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः ये तु धर्म्यामृतमिदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धाधानं परमो भगवः तेऽतीव मे प्रियः ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे भक्तियोगो नाम द्वादशोऽध्यायः।
Very good. Now let us read translations. Thank you, Dipamataji, for joining. Yes. 2 let us start. Bhagavad Gita chapter 12, devotional service, Bhakti. Vani Mataji.
Prabhuji.
1, 2.
First sloka nunchi start cheyana Prabhuji.
1, 2.
Adi, I mean only translation or should I read the sloka also?
Repanchi endamida.
Okay,
Repanchi no audio.
Sorry Prabhuji. BG 12.1 Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect, those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested? BG 12.2 The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their minds on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be the most perfect. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mother. Thank you. Just Mother. Hare Krishna. Josna Mataji. Okay. Poonam Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Bhagavad Gita text 3 and 4. But those who fully worship the unmanifested, that which lies beyond the perception of the senses, the all-pervading, inconceivable, unchanging, fixed and immovable, the impersonal conception of the absolute truth, by controlling the various senses and being equally disposed to everyone, such persons engaged in the welfare of all at last achieve me. Text 5. For those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested, impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied. Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Shubhangi Mataji, 6, 7.
Text 6 and 7. But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me, and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service, and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Partha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. Text number 8. Just fix your mind upon me. the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus, you will live in me always, without a doubt.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah. 9, 10, Deepa Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me. BG 12.10. If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me. Because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. 11, 12, Swapna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can I read Prabhuji?
Yeah.
12.11. If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated. 12.12. If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation. And better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of action, for by such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Swapna Mataji. I think you're speaking on Swapna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah. 13, 14, 15.
Yes, Prabhuji. BG 12.1314. One who is not envious but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from the false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. 12.15. He by whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety, is very dear to me. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Let me read. 16 and 7. 12.16. My devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert, without case, free from all pains, and not striving for some result, is very dear to me. 12.17. One who neither rejoices nor grieves, who neither laments nor desires, and who renounces both has auspicious and inauspicious things. Such a devotee is very dear to me. 18, 19. Anyone? Puna Mata, you can read.
Yes, Prabhuji. One who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge, and who is engaged in devotional service. Such a person is very dear to me. Text 20. Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me.
Thank you,
Thus,
Mataji.
end,
And
thank you, Prabhuji.
does end the retreat. Does end the.
Thus ends the 12th chapter named Bhakti Yoga, which is in the form of conversation between Lord Krishna and Arjuna, which appears in the Bhagavad Gita.
Yes. So these are the last 6, 7 verses talks about Priya, Same Priya, very dear to me. Sachame Priya, very dear to me. What is that? 14, 15, and 16. See. Yomat Bhakta Same Priya, Bhaktiman Yas Same Priya, Bhaktiman me Priyo Naraha. And here Bhaktaste Tiba me Priya. Priya, 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 Priya. Very dear to me, very dear to me, very dear. These are the qualities. 100% pure devotees qualities. So one verse, let us see 2 verses. That will just 1 minute. Who are the perfect persons? Krishna talks about here in the second verse. Fixed their minds on my personal form. Maya Vesha Mano Emam Nitya Yukta Upasate. And always engage in worshipping me. With great Shraddhaya Parayo Vedas Te Me Yukta Tamomata. Worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered to be most perfect. So fixing our all of our these three things, right? What minds, business, thinking, feeling, willing. If we direct these three things to Krishna and fix our minds in thinking Krishna's thoughts, feeling various pastimes, enjoying pastime, relishing pastimes, thinking, feeling, willing to do services like hearing and chanting. Hearing is a service, chanting is a service, remembering is a service, doing worship is a service, doing cooking is a service. Fix our minds, whatever activity is supposed to do in our daily chores, keeping Krishna in the center and working. So that is a perfection stage. And who are those are the perfect. So this is a beautiful verse. One more verse. I'll see here. Again, 12.9. Atachittam samadhatum nasaknoshi maistiram abhyasa yogena tato mamichaptam dhananjaya. My dear Arjuna, O winner of well, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then what is saying? Mind's business, another thing is wandering in nature. Incessant flow of various material desires. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna. Arjuna's feelings, in another chapter. The mind's business is always different thoughts coming into play. So if cannot fix, he also giving solution. What he is going to do? What one is to do? Follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. Again, adopt the principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me. Again, it talks about the perfection stage. Regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. Anybody? What are the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga? Anybody knows?
One should rise early in the morning, take bath, do deity worship. Is that all?
Yeah, those are the activities performing.
Cook for Krishna. Cook for Krishna.
No,
Hmm.
regulative principles means either kada Prabhuji,
Four
no
regulative
intoxication, no meat eating.
Yeah, situated in dharma, yes. Regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. So prerequisites of Bhakti Yoga, who not everybody can be able to practice, right? Everybody know those
One should
four.
have faith. 4-9, Shraddha, faith.
There are 9 stages there, Mother. That is the gradual progression from Shraddha to ultimately Bhava and then Prema. That is there. But actually, in beginning stage, we have to follow some rules and regulations, do's and don'ts, right? And nectar of instruction, Rupa Goswami is given clear instructions. 6 favorable devotional
Prabhuji,
service, 6 non
Prabhuji,
devotion. Mother.
in the purport, no, it's written uh, to practice the regulative principle of Bhakti Yoga, one should, under the guidance of expert spiritual master, follow certain principles. Like one should rise early in the morning, take bath, enter the temple, offer prayers and chant Hare Krishna, then collect the flowers to offer to the deity, cook foodstuff to offer to the deities, take prasadam. So here it is written what are the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In the purport it is mentioned. Hello, Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, can
Prabhuji
you hear?
got logged out. I think we should just wait for a couple of minutes. Tap, we can do some chanting or something, Mataji. Oh,
Yes,
Prabhuji
ma'am.
has come back.
Do
Yeah, he's
chanting.
come back.
Okay.
He's come back.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sir. Sorry, devotees. Suddenly, ఇదేం మన బ్యాటరీ డ్రైన్ అయిపోయింది ల్యాప్టాప్ లో. సో I just did that.
Prabhuji,
Thank you. Yes, tell me
Prabhuji,
what.
in the purport,
Yes.
in the purport it is written what are the regulatory principles of Bhakti Yoga.
Okay.
It's written
That's it.
that
Then that's
to practice the regulatory principles of Bhakti Yoga, one should, under the guidance of an expert spiritual master, follow certain principles. One should rise early in the morning, take bath, enter the temple, and offer prayers and chant Hare Krishna, then collect the flowers to offer to the deity, cook foodstuff to offer to the deity, prasadam, and so on. So these are mentioned under the regulatory principles of Bhakti Yoga.
yes.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Thank you for finding out, and simultaneously you're reading purport. Appreciated, Mataji. That's what our Prabhupada, our Acharya, founder Acharya is saying. So that's where in Kartik Maas, I have started in the morning call. Please join because Prabhupada supported. So that is regular
Prabhuji,
principle.
actually, I get up at 3:30, Prabhuji, for chanting. So
Very good.
for me, it's not possible because I do chanting from 4 to 7. 3 hours I do chanting. So I cannot join
Okay.
in the middle.
No problem. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for pointing out. That's what it is. Practice the regulatory principle of Bhakti Yoga means under the guidance of spiritual master, one should Mangalarti, attend Mangalarti, and offer prayers, chant Hare Krishna. So that's where in the morning, some of us we are joining and doing this seva in the morning, Mangalarti attending and chanting 16 rounds, one sitting japa. From 5 to 7, we have right after Mangalarti, from 5 to 7, one sitting japa, 2 hours finish 16 rounds, and it's in Brahma Muhurta time. It's very nice, right? In the Kartik one, 1,000 times benefit. That's where I started. So thank you, Mataji, for finding out. Let us continue our Gajendra Moksha prayers. Very well. Yeah, without delay. Gajendra Moksha prayers from
అత్యద్భుతం తత్
1 second. Directly. Let me share. Gajendra Moksham from Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 3rd chapter, 2 to 29. Total 29 plus this one, 30, close to 30 verses. So entire page, all the slokas. Let us hear audio and quickly translation. So we read.
श्रीगजेन्द्र उवाच भगवते तस्मै यदनेशचिदात्मकम् पुरुषायादिबीजाय परेशायाभिधीमहि यस्मिन्निदं यतस्तेदं येनेदं यैनं स्वयं योऽस्मात् परस्माच्च परस्तं प्रपद्ये स्वयं भुवम् यस्वात्मनीदं निजमाययान्वितं क्वचिद्विभातं क्वचिदत्तिलोकितम् अविद्वदृक्साक्ष्योभयं प्रदीक्षते सात्ममूलो मधुमापरं परम् कालेन वञ्चित्वमितेषु कृष्णशो लोकेषु कालेषु च सर्वहेतुषु तमस्तदासीत् गहनं प्रभेदम् यस्तस्य पारे विराजते विभुः न यस्य देवं ऋषयः पदं विदुः जन्तुः पुनः यथा न तस्यात् विशेषतो दुरत्ययागणः समावतु विदुषवो यस्य पदं सुमङ्गलम् विमुक्तसङ्गान्धयः सुसाधवः शरन्त्यलोकविक्रमं प्रणम्बरे
Read the translation. Sunil Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Text 2-3, please read.
Hare Krishna,
Sunil
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Then 2-3, please read.
2-3.
Yes.
The king of the elephants, Gajendra, said, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Person, Vasudeva, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Because of him, this material body acts due to the presence of spirit, and he is therefore the root cause of everyone. He is worshipable for such exalted persons as Brahma and Shiva, and he has entered the heart of every living being. Let me meditate upon him. Text 3. The Supreme Godhead is the supreme platform on which everything rests, the ingredient by which everything has been produced, and the person who has created and is the only cause of this cosmic manifestation. Nonetheless, he is different from the cause and the result. I surrender unto him, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is self sufficient in everything.
Very good. Sapan Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Sapan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
4-5.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead, by expanding his own energy, keeps this cosmic manifestation visible and again sometimes renders it invisible. He is both the supreme cause and the supreme result, the observer and the witness in all circumstances. Thus, he is transcendental to everything. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead give me protection. In due course of time, when the all causative and effective manifestations of the universe, including the planets and their directors and maintainers, are annihilated, there is a situation of dense darkness. Above this darkness, however, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I take shelter of his lotus feet. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Let me read. Text 6. An artist on stage being covered by attractive dresses and dancing with different movements is not understood by his audience. Similarly, the activities and features of the supreme artist cannot be understood even by the demigods or great sages, and certainly not by those who are unintelligent like animals. Neither demigods and sages nor the unintelligent can understand the features of the Lord, nor can they express in words his actual position. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead give me protection. Text 7. Renunciants and great sages who see all living beings equally, who are friendly to everyone, and who flawlessly practice in the forest of the vows of Brahmacharya, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa, desire to see all the all auspicious lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. May that same Supreme Personality of Godhead be my destination. Let us continue from the 8th, 9th.
न विद्यते यस्य जगन्नकर्मवान् न नामरूपे गुणदोष एव वा तथापि लोकव्ययसम्भवायया स्वाययानुकानदुच्छति तस्मै नमः परेशाय ब्रह्मणेऽनन्तशक्तये अरूपायोरुपाय नमः आश्चर्यकर्मणे नमः आत्मप्रदीपाय साक्षिणे परमात्मने नमो गिराभिघोराय मनसश्चेतसामपि सत्त्वेन प्रतिलब्धाय नैष्कर्म्येण विपश्चिता नमः शैवल्यनाथाय निर्वाणसुखसंविदे नमः शान्ताय घोराय मूढाय गुणधर्मिणे निर्विशेषाय साम्याय नमो ज्ञानघनाय च क्षेत्रज्ञाय नमस्तुभ्यं सर्वाध्यक्षाय साक्षिणे पुरुषायात्ममूलाय मूलप्रकृतये नमः सर्वेन्द्रियगुणद्रष्टे सर्वप्रत्ययहेतवे असदाचाय योगाय सदाभासाय ते नमः.
Okay. 8, 9, 10. Pallavi Matavi.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Yes, read.
Text 8 and 9. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has no material birth, activities, name, form, qualities, or faults To fulfill the purpose for which this material world is created and destroyed, he comes in the form of a human being like Lord Rama or Lord Krishna by his original internal potency. He has immense potency and in various forms, all free from material contamination. He acts wonderfully. He is therefore the Supreme Brahman. I offer my respects to him. Text 10. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the self effulgent Super Soul, who is a witness in everyone's heart, who enlightens the individual soul, and who cannot be reached by exercises of the mind, words, or consciousness. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Lakshmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Yeah, 11 to.
Yeah. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is realized by pure devotees who act in the transcendental existence of Bhakti Yoga. He is the bestower of uncontaminated happiness and is the master of the transcendental world. Therefore, I offer my respect unto him. Text 12. I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Vasudeva, who is all pervading, to the Lord's fierce form as Lord Narsimhadev, to the Lord's form as an animal, Lord Varahadev, to the Lord's Dattatreya, to Lord Dattatreya who preached impersonalism, to Lord Buddha, to all other incarnations, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Lord, who has no material qualities but who accepts the three qualities goodness, passion, and ignorance within this material world. I also offer my respectful obeisances unto the impersonal Brahman effulgence. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Shubhangi Mataji. 13.
Prabhuji, Prabhuji, just one question. Text number 11. What
Mataji,
is the
actually,
uncontaminated?
yeah,
Okay, we'll do it last.
we will do it last. Can you please make a note of it? We'll discuss once we're done prayer.
Sure,
Definitely.
Prabhuji. Sure.
Okay. Can you read translations 13, 14? Yeah, 13, 14. Please read, Mataji. Yourself.
You're asking me, Prabhuji?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sorry. I beg to offer my respectful obeisance unto you, who are the super soul, the superintendent of everything, and witness of all that offers. You are the supreme person, the origin of material nature and of the total material energy. You are also the owner of the material body. Therefore, you are the supreme complete. I offer my respectful obeisance unto you. Text number 14. My Lord, you are the observer of all the objective of the senses. Without your mercy, there is no possibility of solving the problems of doubts. The material world is just like a shadow resembling you. Indeed, one accepts this material world as real because it gives a glimpse of your existence. Hare Krishna.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
नमो नमस्ते किल कारणाय निष्कारणाय निराकारणाय सर्वागमनाय महागणाय नमो गवर्गाय परायणाय पुराणमिच्छन्नचितोष्मपाय तक्षोभविस्फूर्जितमानसाय नैष्कर्म्यभावेन विवर्जितागम स्वयं प्रकाशाय नमस्करोमि आदित्यवर्णपशुपाक्षविभूषणाय मोक्षाय भूरिकरुणाय महोदयाय स्वामेन सर्वतनुर्मनसि प्रतीक प्रत्यक्षे भगवते सुमते नमस्ते आत्मात्मजाप्तविभवित्तजनेषु भक्तै दुष्प्रापणाय पुरुषसङ्गविवर्जिताय मोक्तात्मभिः सदृदय परिभाविताय ज्ञानात्मने भगवते नम ईश्वराय यं धर्मकामोक्तिकामा भजन्त इष्टान् गतिमाप्नुवन्ति किं चाशिशोरास्यमिदमव्ययम् करोतु मे भक्तिरो विमोक्षणम्
Yeah. 15 and 16, Poonam Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please read.
My yes, Prabhu. My Lord, you are the cause of all causes, but you yourself have no cause. Therefore, you are wonderful cause of everything. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are the shelter of the Vedic knowledge contained in the Shastras, like the Pancharatras and Vedanta Sutra, which are your representations, and who are the source of Parampara system. Because it is you who can give liberation, you are the only shelter of all transcendentalists. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto you. 16. My Lord, as the fire in Arani wood is covered, you and your unlimited knowledge are covered by the material modes of nature. Your mind, however, is not attentive to the activities of the modes of nature. Those who are advanced in spiritual knowledge are not subject to the regulative principles directed in the Vedic literatures. Because such advanced souls are transcendental, you personally appear in their pure minds. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you.
Mataji. 17 and 18, Jyosna Mataji.
Yeah, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Text 17. Since an animal such as me has surrendered on to you, who are supremely liberated, certainly you will release me from from this dangerous position. Indeed, being extremely merciful, you incessantly try to deliver me. By your partial feature as Paramatma, you are situated in the hearts of all embodied beings. You are celebrated as direct transcendental knowledge, and you are unlimited. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Text 18. My Lord, those who are completely freed from material contamination always meditate upon you within the courts of their hearts. You are extremely difficult to attain for those like me who are too attached to mental concoction, home, relatives, friends, money, servants, and assistants. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, uncontaminated by the modes of nature. You are the reservoir of all enlightenment, the Supreme Controller. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Let me see. Sunil Prabhu. Sunil Prabhu, Namad Prabhu is in 1 second. Let me see. Deepa Mataji, చేశాను. Vani Mataji.
Shraddha, ఇది మీరు ప్లే చేయలేదు ఇంకా అండ్ శ్లోకాస్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ప్లే.
No, 9, okay. 19, no, 19 చదవాలి కదా.
19
19
ఇప్పుడు అయిపోయిందిగా, చదివేశారు.
17 and 18.
అవునా?
17 and 18 ఉంది, రైట్ మాతాజీ? జ్యోత్స్న మాతాజీ
17 and 18 చదివాను ప్రభుజీ, 19 చదవలేదు.
చదవలేదు.
ఓకే ప్రభు, చదువుతాను.
స్వప్న మాతాజీ చదవండి, నెక్స్ట్ 2 మీరు చేస్తున్నారు. స్వప్న మాతాజీ.
Okay, Prabhuji. After text 19, after worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, those who are interested in the four principles of religion, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation obtain from him what they desire. What then is to be said of other benedictions? Indeed, sometimes the Lord gives a spiritual body to such ambitious worshippers. Ambitious worshippers, may that supreme personality of Godhead, who is unlimitedly merciful, bestow upon me the benediction of liberation from this present danger and from the materialistic way of life. Hare Krishna.
Yes, ma'am. 20 hours, let me play.
एकान्तिनो यस्य न कञ्चनार्थम् वाञ्छन्ति एव हि भगवत्प्रपन्नाः अत्यद्भुतं तच्चरितं सुमङ्गलम् गायन्तानन्दसमुद्रमग्नाः तमक्षरं ब्रह्मपरं परेशम् अव्यक्तमाध्यात्मिकयोगगम्यम् अतीन्द्रियं सूक्ष्मविभूतिदूरम् अनन्तमद्यं परिपूर्णमीडे यस्य ब्रह्मादयो देवा वेदा लोकस्य नामरूपविभेदेन मया च प्रलया कृताः यथाचिशो विचित्रवितुल्यभस्तयो निर्यान्ति संयान्ति अपकृच्छरोचिषुरम् तथा यतोऽयं गुणसम्प्रवाहो बुद्धिर्मनः शरीरसर्गाः स वै न देवासुरमर्त्यतिर्यन् न स्त्री न षण्ढो न पुमान् न जन्तुः नायं गुणः कर्म न सन्न चासन् निषेधशेषो च यथादशेषः विषेणाङ्गमिहाङ्कुयातिम् अन्तर्बहिश्चाकृतये भयोन्या इच्छामि कालेन न यस्य विप्लव तस्यात्मलोकधरणस्य मोक्षम् सोऽहं विश्वसृजं विश्वं विश्वं विश्ववेदसम् विश्वात्मानमजं ब्रह्म प्रणतोऽस्मि परं परम्.
Yeah, 2021, share Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Unalloyed devotees who have no desire other than to serve the Lord worship Him in full surrender and always hear and chant about His activities, which are most wonderful and auspicious. Thus, they always merge in an ocean of transcendental bliss. Such devotees never ask the Lord for any benediction. I, however, am in danger. Thus, I pray to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is eternally existing, who is invisible, who is the Lord of all great personalities, such as Brahma, and who is available only by transcendental Bhakti Yoga. Being extremely subtle, he is beyond the reach of my senses and transcendental to all external realization. He is unlimited, he is the original cause, and he is completely full in everything. I offer my obeisances unto him. Hare Krishna.
22, 23, 24. Lakshmi Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Lakshmi Mataji. Okay. Vani Mataji.
Sorry, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. It took a while for me to unmute myself.
Yeah, please read 22, 23, 24 is a big paragraph. All these three verses together.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. The Supreme Personality of Godhead creates his minor parts and parcels, the Jiva Tattva, beginning with Lord Brahma, the demigods, and the expansions of Vedic knowledge, Sama, Riga, Yajur, Atharva, and including all other living entities, moving and non moving, with their different names and characteristics. As the sparks of a fire or the shining rays of the sun emanate from their source and merge into it again and again, the mind, the intelligence, the senses, the gross and the subtle material bodies, and the continuous transformations of the different modes of nature all emanate from the Lord and again merge into Him. He is neither demigod nor demon, neither human nor bird or beast. He is not woman, man, or neuter, nor is he an animal. He is not a material quality, a fruitative activity, a manifestation or a non manifestation. He is the last word in the discrimination of not this, not this, and he is unlimited. All glories to the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, shall you
Thank you.
continue? Okay, Hare Krishna.
You can continue, Mataji. Vani Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Text 25. I do not wish to live anymore after I am released from the attack of the crocodile. What is the use of an elephant's body covered externally and internally by ignorance? I simply desire eternal liberation from the covering of ignorance. That covering is not destroyed by the influence of time. Next కూడా చదవమంటారు ప్రభుజీ?
Yeah.
Okay, text 26. Now, fully desiring release from material life, I offer my respectful obeisances unto that Supreme Person who is the creator of the universe, who is himself the form of the universe, and who is nonetheless transcendental to this cosmic manifestation. He is the supreme knower of everything in this world, the super soul of universe. He is the unborn, supremely situated Lord. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him.
Yeah. This is the last slide and last recording.
Hare
योगरन्धित कर्माणो हृदि योगविभाविते योगिनो यं प्रपश्यन्ति योगेशं तं नतोऽस्म्यहम् नमो नमस्तुभ्यमसह्य वेग शक्तित्रयात्माखिलत्रिगुणाय प्रपन्नपालाय दुरन्तशक्तये प्रतीन्द्रियाणामनवाप्यवर्त्मने नायं वेद स्वमात्मानं यच्चक्याहं धिया हतम् तं दुरत्ययमाहात्म्यं भगवन्तमितोऽस्म्यहम् हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे.
Thank you very much. Devotees, so let us continue this now suddenly gone. Last slide, please read. Anybody? Whoever not done.
Yeah, నేను చదవాలా ప్రభుజీ?
ఒక్కొక్కరు చదవం ఇదా మీరు చదవండి 27
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme, the Super Soul, the Master of all mystic yoga, who is seen in the core of the heart by perfect mystics when they are completely purified and freed from the reactions of rootative activity by practicing Bhakti Yoga. My Lord, you are the Stop, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any devotees? Any two devotees? 28, 29?
Yeah, Prabhu. My Lord, you are the controller of formidable strength in three kinds of energy. You appear as the reservoir of all sense pleasure and the protector of the surrendered souls. You possess unlimited energy, but you are unapproachable by those who are unable to control their senses. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you again and again. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Text,
Last.
text 29. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by whose illusory energy the Jiva, who is part and parcel of God, forgets his real identity because of the bodily concept of life. I take shelter of this Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose glories are difficult to understand.
Hare Krishna. Chain ఒక chanting.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Yes, Gajendra Moksham prayers ki jai. Supreme Personality of God Shri Govindan ki jai. Gajendra ki jai. The verses we will discuss later. Okay, so one verse actually a class actually. So we'll talk later. Maybe Friday or Monday we'll do some of the verses. We'll choose and discuss. So now let us go through with Gopi Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 31 chapter, those 19 verses, 1 to 19 verses. So first slide done, second slide also done. Today, third slide, the last slide. 19 verses now, so this is the thing. So tunes, apart from Deepa Madhavi, myself, anybody likes to recite? Tunes. Sloka tune.
I can try, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Tune you know, right, Madhavi? That one? Na 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 na
Thoda.
na 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 na. There's a thing, right? You know. Yes. మీరు do all the slokas. We devotees will read the translation. Okay. One sloka recite, you stop. Then devotee will read. 13.
प्रणतकामदं पद्मजार्चितं धरणिमण्डनं ध्येयामापदि चरणपङ्कजं सन्तमां च ते रमणनास्तने स्वार्पयादिहन् सुरतवर्धनम्.
Translation, please read like that. Okay. So devotees, please help yourself and lift your hand or unmute yourself and quickly please read.
Your lotus feet, which are worshipped by Lord Brahma, fulfills the desires of all who bow down to them. They are the ornament of earth. They give the highest satisfaction, and in times of danger, they are the appropriate objects of meditation. O lover, O destroyer of anxiety, please put those lotus feet upon our breasts. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Text 14. Suratavardhanam Shokanashanam स्वरितवेणुना सुष्ठुचुम्बितम् इतररागविस्मरणं नृणाम् वितरवीरणास्ते अधा वितरवीरणास्ते धरामृतम्.
Dharamrutam. Yeah. Naste Dharamrutam. Okay, madam. Yeah. One Prabhu. Sunil Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. O hero, kindly distribute to us the nectar of your lips, which enhances conjugal pleasure and vanquishes grief. That nectar is thoroughly relished by your vibrating flute and makes people forget any other attachment.
Yeah.
Text 15. Atati yadbhavan anhikananam त्रुटियुगायते त्वाम् अपश्यताम् कुटिलकुन्तलं श्रीमुखं च ते जड उदेक्षताम् पक्ष्मकृदृशाम्.
Apna Mata, you want to do?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. When you go off to the forest during the day, a tiny fraction of a second becomes like a millennium for us because we cannot see you. And even when we can eagerly look upon your beautiful face, so lovely with its adornment of curly locks, our pleasure is hindered by our eyelids, which were fashioned by the foolish creator. Hare Krishna.
Text 16. पतिसुतान्वया भ्रातर्बान्धवान् अतिविलग्नया तेऽन्ति अच्युता गताः गतिविधस्तवोद्गीतमोहिता कितवयोषिता कस्त्यजेन्निशि. सॉरी प्रभु
Let
जी,
me
मैं
read this.
थोड़ा गलत गा रही हूँ ना.
It's okay. No, no, no. भावाग्राही जना now गलती है. ठीक है? Yeah. Text 16. Dear Achyuta, you know very well why we have come here. Who but a cheater like you would abandon young women who come to see him in the middle of the night, enchanted by the loud song of his flute, just to see you? We have completely rejected our husbands, children, ancestors, brothers, and other relatives. And the powerful flute sound. 17. Go ahead, Mata.
रहसि संविदां रिच्छिछायुदयम् प्रहसिताननं प्रेमवीक्षणम् बृहद् उराश्रियो वीक्ष्य धामते मुहुरतिस्पृहा मुह्यते मनः.
Yeah, Lakshmi Mata.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Our
17.
minds are repeatedly bewildered as we think of the intimate conversations we had with you in secret. Feel the rise of lust in our hearts and remember the smiling face, your loving glances, and your broad chest, and the resting place of the goddess of fortune. Thus, we experience the most severe hankering for you. Hare Krishna.
Text 18. व्रजवनोक्षम व्रजवनोक्षसां व्यक्तिरङ्गते व्रजिनहन्त्र्यलां विश्वमङ्गलम् स्वजमनार्चनास्त्वात्स्पृहात्मनां स्वजनहृदिरुजां यन्निषूदनम्.
Shubhangi Mataji.
O beloved, your all auspicious appearance vanquishes the desire of those living in Braja's forest. Our minds long for your association. Please give to us that is in devotees' hearts.
Hari Bol. Yes, Mataji.
Text
19.
19.
19 Mataji. You read.
यच्चरणम्बुरुहं स्तनेषु भीतासनेह प्रियदधिमहि कर्कशेषु तेनातविम् अतसि तत् व्यथते न किं स्वित् पूर्वाभिधिर्भ्रमति धीर्भवात् आयुष्मान्.
Ayusham. Yeah, you
Sham.
want to read? You want to read translation?
Oh, yes, Prabhuji. Oh, dearly beloved, your lotus feet are so soft that we place them gently on our breasts, fearing that your feet will be hurt. Our life rests only in you. Our minds, therefore, are filled with anxiety that your tender feet might be wounded by pebbles as you roam about on the forest path.
जय गोपी गीतम प्रेयर्स की जय गोपीस की जय सुप्रीम पर्सनालिटी ऑफ गॉड एंड गॉडेस श्रीमती राधा रानी सुप्रीम पर्सनालिटी श्री गोविंद की जय. This is a thing. Anyway. Let us do Damodar Ashtakam. Anyone likes to sing today?
Prabhuji, can I sing Damodar Ashtakam?
Yeah.
Sure.
Anybody likes to read these 3 lines?
In Damodar Ashtaka, in the month of Kartika, one should worship Lord Damodara and daily recite the prayer known as Damodara Ashtaka, which has been spoken by the sage Satyavrata and which attracts Lord Damodara. Sri Hari Bhakti Vilas 2.16.198.
Thank you, Mata. Yes. Sing, Mata.
Yes, Prabhuji. नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं यशोदाभियोलुकलादवमानम् परं हृष्टमत्यन्तातो धृत्य गोप्या यशोदाभियोलुकलादवमानम् परं हृष्टमत्यन्तातो धृत्य गोप्या रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं मृजन्तं करम्बोजयुग्मेन शाटङ्कनेत्रम् रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं मृजन्तं करम्बोजयुग्मेन साटङ्कनेत्रम् मुहुश्वासकं पात्रिरेकाङ्ककण्ठा स्थितग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् मुहुश्वासकं पात्रिरेकाङ्ककण्ठा स्थितग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् इति दृक्ष्वा लीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तमाख्यापयन्तम् इति दृक्ष्वा लीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तमाख्यापयन्तम् तदीयेषिताजेषु भक्तैर्जितत्वं पुनः प्रेमतस्तं शतावृत्तिवन्दे तदीयेषिताजेषु भक्तैर्जितत्वं पुनः प्रेमतस्तं शतावृत्तिवन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वारे सदपीहा वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वारे सदपीहा इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्या विराष्टं किमन्यै इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्या विराष्टं किमन्यै इदं ते मुकाम्बोजमत्यन्तनीलै वृतं कुण्टलै स्निग्धारक्तैश्च गोप्या इदं ते मुकाम्बोजमत्यन्तनीलै वृतं कुण्टलै स्निग्धारक्तैश्च गोप्या मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बारक्तादरं मे मनस्या विराष्टम् आलं लक्षलाभै मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बारक्तादरं मे मनस्या विराष्टम् आलं लक्षलाभै नमो देव दामोदर अनंत विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजालाब्धिमग्नम् नमो देव दामोदर अनंत विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजालाब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृश्चाति दिनं बतानु गृहाणि क्षमामाज्ञम् एद्यक्षिदृश्याम् कृपादृष्टिवृश्चाति दिनं बतानु गृहाणि क्षमामाज्ञम् एद्यक्षिदृश्याम् कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमृत्यैव यद्वा त्वयामोचितौ भक्ति भजकृतौ च कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमृत्यैव यद्वा त्वयामोचितौ भक्ति भजकृतौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वाकाम्य प्रयश्च न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेह तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वाकाम्य प्रयश्च न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेह नमस्तेस्तु धाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोधरायात विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमस्तेस्तु धाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोधरायात विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वाधिया प्रियायै नमो लीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं नमो राधिकायै त्वादिया प्रियायै नमो लीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं नमो राधिकायै त्वादिया प्रियायै नमो लीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे हरे जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय कृष्णा जय कृष्णा जय कृष्णा जय जय श्री कृष्णा श्री यशोदा दामोदर की जय श्री श्री राधा दामोदर की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी थैंक यू सो मच प्रभु जी
Yes, wonderful, Mataji. Thank you for singing. Nicely.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Damodar Astakam ki jai, Kartik Damodar Maas ki jai. Okay, so now we'll do translations with little another couple of minutes. Okay, Diva Mataji, 1 2 Jadvan Mataji, 1 2 Diva Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
1 and 2, yeah.
To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who's beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord Sri Damodara I offer my humble obeisances. Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his 2 lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord Sri Damodara, whose belly is bound not with ropes but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. 3 and 4, anyone? 3 and 4.
Yeah, need Chadasha Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Sunil Prabhu,
By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times. For, O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Gopal in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart, for what is the use to me of any other boon besides this?
Yeah. 5, 6, any Mata?
Prabhuji, I'll read Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, your lotus face is encircled by locks of soft black hair, tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you. O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me by showing your grace, glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes.
Yeah, Sabam 7, 8.
Hare Krishna. O Lord Damodara, just as the 2 sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakurva were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with a rope to a wooden grinding mortar, in the same way, please give to me your own Prema Bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer my obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. Hare Krishna.
जय कृष्ण दामोदर की जय, यशोदा दामोदर की जय, सत्यवत मुनि की जय, नारद मुनि की जय, व्यासदेव की जय, पद्म पुराणम की जय, Kartik Damodar Maas की जय. So let us do this. Akash Deep mantra. Please repeat after me. Damodaraya Vishwaya.
Damodaraya Vishwaya.
Damodaraya Vishwaya.
Damodara
Vishwarupadharaya cha.
Namaskritva pradashyami. Vyomadipam Haripriyam.
Vyomadipam Haripriyam.
Damodaraya Vishwaya.
Damodaraya Vishwaya.
Vishwarupadharaya cha.
Vishwarupadharaya cha.
Namaskritva pradashyami.
Namaskritva pradashyami.
Vyomadipam Haripriyam.
Vyomadipam
Vyomadipam
Haripriyam.
Haripriyam.
Damodaraya Vishwaya.
Damodaraya
Vishwaya.
Vishwarupadharaya cha.
Vishwarupadharaya cha.
Namaskritva pradashyami.
Namaskritva pradashyami.
Vyomadipam Haripriyam.
Vyomadipam Haripriyam.
Yeah, you all know this one, right? Holy mantra for bathing. I mean, when we take bath, whatever buckets or water,
Yeah.
we have
Yes.
to take the water in the palm. Okay, we have to take the water in the palm.
क्लास चल रही
माता जी, go ahead. Yeah, that's one for this. Okay. So this is the thing. When we take bath, we have to recite this prayer. Gange cha yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade
Saraswati
Please
Narmada
listen.
Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalasmin Sannitam Kuru.
That means all the holy water, 7. Sapta 7, right? Yeah. We can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Sapta Nadula Sangamam, a water. See, with Bhavana, it will become Sapta Nadula water. In deity worship, before we take up anything, any service, start working on any service, we have to purify ourselves with this water, holy water. Gange Mane Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sindhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much for joining today for the Kartik Damodar Maas, this wonderful seva of recitation of these special prayers, BG12, Gajendra Moksham prayers, and then Gopi Gita from Bhagavatam. Gajendra Moksha and Gopi Gita from Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. These two scriptures are enough. Prabhupada writes, these two scriptures are enough for us to go back to God. If we seriously understand these two scriptures and apply these teachings in our life, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Chaitanya Charitamrita, later, when once we done with, that is more postgraduate study, means more personal and very much relishable, Chaitanya Charitamrita also. So Prabhupada writes these three scriptures giving us prema bhakti, pure devotional service. Thank you very much. Mata, you have questions. So let us see now. What is that question, Mata?
Thank
Shubhang
you.
Mata. Verse number, tell me that.
Prabhuji,
11?
Prabhuji, okay, yeah, text 11, uncontaminated happiness means what, Prabhuji?
See, in this material world, Mataji, in this material world, happiness, right? Everywhere we have to work for happiness only, either in the material world or spiritual world. We are looking for that happiness. Contaminated happiness means in the material world. In material world, that contaminated happiness means it's a temporary pleasure. We have a Bhagavatam verse. In the morning we did that. I'll explain that verse in a moment. But this is the thing. Two kinds of happiness: material happiness and spiritual happiness. Material happiness is a contaminated happiness. It gives temporary happiness, temporary pleasure. Where spiritual happiness ever increasing. Ever increasing means Anandambudi Vardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam Sarvatma Sapanam Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtan. When we chant the holy names of the Lord, Anandambudi Vardhanam. Eternal happiness flows. We won't experience in this birth, right? But as long as we sincerely practice, we get that taste, we get that happiness. So that is one thing.
Also, Prabhuji, in material world, it is contaminated with the sattva, rajas, tamas. The three gunas are not available in the spiritual world, so therefore that is pure and not contaminated.
Yeah, good point.
So
yes,
contamination is with the modes of nature, I think.
Yes, that's true. That happiness gets from mode of ignorance, mode of passion, mode of goodness. That is also yes contaminated. See, material world means three modes only. All the 14 planetary systems made up of three modes only. So it's a contaminated. Yeah,
It is above all the three modes of nature.
Yes, that is where real happiness, the spiritual happiness, above three modes.
So the three gunas don't exist in the spiritual world. So in material, whatever is there, everything is contaminated with a tinge of any of the three gunas or all the three gunas. But these three gunas do not.
World, sattva guna is always there, no, Mataji. So Shuddha sattva is always there, no? That guna is there in spiritual world.
That's what. That is Shuddha sattva. Shuddha sattva means it is not contaminated. But whereas in material world, even sattva means even goodness does not exist in a pure state. It exists with a tinge of either rajas or tamas. That's why in material world everything is contaminated, because there is always some proportion. It can't be zero of ignorance, zero of passion. Some proportion will always be mixed. That is the nature
I
of
have one
material
more
world.
question. Prabhuji, I have one more question.
Okay.
Just one question. This text number 2021. of surrender, he says that devotees never ask the Lord for any benediction, right? The pure unalloyed devotees, they never ask for any benediction. But then in the text, there he says, no, may that Supreme Godhead give me protection. So,
Okay.
so you are saying that unalloyed devotees don't ask for any benediction, but then you are asking for protection.
Hmm. Hmm.
In which one,
Chapandi.
Mataji, are you talking about Gajendra prayers?
Gajendra's prayer.
Gajendra prayer.
Text
Actually,
number.
Gajendra himself says in that key, actually the devotees don't ask, but because right now I am in danger, I remember something like that in the
Yeah,
translation.
however, I'm in danger. But the thing is, whatever your situation is, you still should not ask, right?
Yeah, the context, I
That
think we need
only,
to
that
go
is
to
the
the
time we
context,
ask,
Mataji.
no, when we are in danger.
Verse number. Let me check quickly. Verse number
Prabhuji,
21.
the text for Canto 8, chapter number 3, text 4, that he
8.
asked for give me the protection. Here he asked, right? And Canto 8, chapter number 3, verse number 21.
Prabhuji, I don't think he asked for protection from death.
What, Mataji?
Prabhuji, I don't think Gajendra Moksham, the Gajendra asked for protection from death. Was it? It was like, I want to be saved by you and it be taken to Goloka or the spiritual world. He was not afraid of death as such, I think, Prabhuji.
Will do. Yeah. Okay, couple of minutes, okay? That will be that. That's ready. Mataji. So 83834 and what are the other words? 21.
2021, Prabhuji.
2021.
2020. Actually, he himself is saying they don't ask, I, however, am in danger, thus I prayed. He's not saying that I am an unalloyed devotee. Probably that's what it is.
Unalloyed devotees will have no desire other than to serve the Lord.
Puppet will
Worship
have
him,
something.
always hear and chant about the name.
He asked for the protection, and that's why he's praying to the Lord. Otherwise, why he would have prayed to the Lord?
Prabhuji, what happens after the Lord protects him? What is the story, Prabhuji?
Going back, taking
So
Gajendra
that is
back
what
in
it
the
is, I think. So he was not asking for protection from death.
He was asking, right?
protection and award
From
Directly
the
saying no.
from the
That give
crocodile, so he
protection.
was asking protection.
He
See,
was asking for protection.
yes, he want. I mean, yes. Hmm.
Actually, until then, he was asking, but when he sees the Lord, he forgets everything, just offers a flower. He doesn't ask for anything. He just offers a flower when he sees the Lord. Until then, he will keep thinking, how can I protect myself? How can I do that? First, he'll try by himself. Every means. He will ask his relatives, his wife, children, everybody. And then finally, he starts the Gajendra prayers. And when he starts the Gajendra prayers, then he starts praying because these are the prayers he remembers from his past life, which was Indradyumna Maharaj. Those were the prayers. And then when he actually then, because Lord is Bhakta Vatsala, no? Lord does not see, acha, what is he talking about? Even if one goes for any reason to the Lord, Lord is still merciful to him. Devotees, even if they go with a desire to the Lord, he'll still fulfill them. So therefore, Lord immediately starts off from Vaikuntha on his Garuda and starts coming towards Gajendra, because Gajendra is like so deeply affectionately calling out for him. And then finally, when Gajendra sees the Lord, he forgets everything. He forgets about death or anything and whether he wants to be protected or not. And finally, this one is that he picks up a lotus flower from the lake and he starts to offer. That's what is there in most of the paintings also that you'll see. That's what I know. But probably
One
if we
point.
go through the purport, and probably
One
today we
point.
can meditate on the purport.
First one Artha.
Artha, Artharthi, Jigyasu, Jnana.
So excruciating pain ఉంది కదా Gajendra. Let's say he's asking for help.
That's very simple.
Then he can recite the
Yeah.
prayers.
Yeah, that's right.
The first one example.
Lavan is adding here basically. This is the same thing again. In the initial, he got the excruciating pain because of the crocodile.
Taking shelter of.
Now this is the point Srila Prabhupada making here. Unalloyed devotees have nothing to ask from the Supreme Personality of God. But Gajendra, the king of elephants, was circumstantially asking for an immediate benediction to save from this greatest danger with this pain, because he had no other way. Who will save them? We have to ask now. Then how can he save? Who will save? And then after that he got the memory and then recite the prayers.
అందుకే అప్పుడు విష్ణువును హరి అంటారు because he
Hari means it
like Draupadi also asked for protection. It's not like we can't ask for protection. I
Or
don't
what
think
we
that is
can
the
do it, Prabhuji, like do whatever is the best for me. I will not ask for anything. Whatever is the best that you do, that maybe I may get killed by the crocodile, or you may protect me from the crocodile. So what I mean to say is, we should not ask for protection directly. Let the God decide, or Lord, let the Krishna decide what is best for me. We don't know what is best for us, right?
I mean, and some of the lectures I've heard that, we can ask, but at the same time, if you wish so Krishna, then you may grant. That should be consciousness.
Mata, Shubhangi Mata. One more point. Bhagavatam says, Akama sarva kamova moksha kama udaradi. Tivrena bhakti yogena yajante purusham param. So desire here, what is the Gajendra Moksha desire? He wanted to save it from this pain and deliver from this crocodile. He has a desire. Whether one has a material desire or not desire, moksha kama udaradi, and then tivrena bhakti yogena. Of course, we have to do. Prabhupada starts with this one, Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karma navrutam anukulyena krishnanushilanam bhaktiruttama. See, one should render loving service, the service to the Supreme Lord Krishna favorably, without desire for material profit gain through fruitive activities, etc. That is called pure devotion service. And again he is saying, circumstantially asking. Sometimes there is when we have to read them. Sometimes when there is no alternative, a pure devotee, being fully dependent on the mercy of the Supreme Lord, as you said, Shubhangi Mata, yes, prays for some benediction, but in such a prayer, there is also regret. One who always hears and chants about the transcendental pastimes of the Lord is always situated on a platform on which he has nothing to ask in terms of material benefits. Unless one is a completely pure devotee, one cannot enjoy that. These are the things. So that's the thing. It has to be there. I mean, otherwise, who will save? Right? Krishna only.
But why do you want him to save, Prabhuji? Why are you taking that decision that I want to be saved? Let the Lord take the decision. No, whether you want to get killed or you want to get saved, let the Lord decide. Why you want saying that? Oh, so please save me. Why you are saying that? Let the Lord decide. Oh, you'll be killed this time. Let it get killed. No, let the Lord decide.
I would like Prabhuji. Actually, previous birth he was Indrudyumna, right? Because of Agastya Muni's curse, he has taken birth as Gajendra. Actually, he has to attain moksha in this Gajendra Janma, Prabhuji. Yeah, that's the previous Janma's karma is still there because he was a Vishnu devotee in that Janma also. Yeah, after coming to this, he was cursed by Agastya Muni, but at the end he has to attain moksha in this Gajendra Janma. That's the reason it happened. And when he was asking for rescue, all his troop was there with him, and when he was in complete danger, there was no one. All left him. And when he lifted the lotus to Lord Vishnu, because of his previous karma also, Prabhuji, Vishnu was pleased. Because it cannot happen, no, Prabhuji. In one janma, you cannot please the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this Gajendra janma, he has to attain moksha. So I think, it happened in this way.
Thank you, Mataji, for sharing thoughts. So that's the thing, Shubhangi Mataji. Different perspective there. I mean, we have to see again Prabhupada, what Prabhupada said, circumstantially has to be asking for to save. Sarva Dharman Paritya. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, 1866. He wanting us to surrender to him. Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Bhaja Aham Tvam Sarvapapebhyo Mokshayishnami Masucha. In order to save from greatest danger, who is the person that we need to go? Only Krishna. Right?
I mean, it was not a conscious ask to conclude, but it was a more circumstantial, as you mentioned in the purport, because the circumstances were such that, he was in such excruciating pain that he had no option but to call out for protection. Even
Prabhuji,
if
he got Sarupya. Prabhuji, he got Sarupya Mukti, the same four-armed form as Lord in this Gajendra, this thing. So Mukti was there, Prabhuji. So Mukti kavalante death raval kada Prabhuji. He has to leave the material body kada. So the protection, I'm still skeptical if the protection was from death. Was he asking for protection from death?
No, protection from pain. It could be protection.
Pain. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, that could be there. Because I'm just going through this book, Prabhuji. Here it says, after cursing. Okay, I'll just read a bit. Is it okay? Should I read a little bit? I have the book in my hand, Prabhuji.
Read, Mataji.
వదిలేండి ప్రభుజీ నేను బుక్ లో చదవడం కదా మీరు చెప్పండి మీరు అందరు రిఫ్లెక్షన్స్ చెప్పండి
Mataji, read చేయండి Mataji. Let all of us make it little more clear. Is it okay, Prabhuji?
మా ఆమె పిలుస్తుంది దామోదర స్పెండ్ చేయాలని యాక్చువల్గా.
Okay.
కానివ్వండి అయితే నెక్స్ట్ టైం విల్ కంటిన్యూ ప్రభుజీ. మొత్తానికి మోక్షం దొరికింది, స్వారూప్య ముక్తి దొరికింది, సారూప్య ముక్తి దొరికింది. That is confirmed, that I know.
So Mataji,
Mataji's question is like, we should not ask for protection. Why are we asking for protection? That's simple. I mean, it's not about anything else. Just that Mataji wants to know, why did a devotee ask for a protection when it is not meant to be?
Yes, Mataji, but Gajendra is not only asking for protection, Mataji, he is surrendering. That's what I'm saying. He is surrendering. He is not asking for
surrendering, correct.
He is asking for surrendering. He is surrendering to Lord Vishnu. Where Mataji, if we are asking for, all our, desires or pleasures, that is really wrong. So now here Gajendra is not asking for anything, Mataji. Here he is asking for
Mataji, protection is also desire, no?
Mataji is asking the protection where he is surrendering him. Not from the...
Both are different, Mataji. Surrender is just...
As long as the
Krishna,
desire
you
is to
decide.
desire for Krishna, it is a very valid desire. As long as the desire is for your own self, then it is not a good desire.
Yes, Mataji, exactly. Because he's not asking Lord to, protect him from the crocodile or from the birth. We don't know, Mataji. He's just surrendering.
Okay, Prabhuji. I think it is my bedtime now. I shall sleep now.
You will
Okay,
everybody.
Okay, Prabhuji.
It's okay. These are the good thoughts.
Never ending discussion.
Everybody shared something. So ultimately, one last thing is, whether we have a desire or not desire, Krishna himself says in the Bhagavatam, one has to approach Supreme Lord. Okay, and here Gajendra asking for initial, because of the pain, there is no other way. Only Krishna, you only protect. After that, he got the remembrance in previous life, and all these Gajendra Moksham prayers verses recited because he surrendered. Now that's it. and Krishna is taking care of him and going back to Godhead, and whatever mukti it has to be here. Thank you so much. Again,
Prabhuji, going forward, just last question, Prabhuji. Going forward, we won't be having this 8:30 exam preparation calls, huh?
చూద్దాం అది నేను ఇంకా పెట్టాను బట్ 9 o'clock నుంచి నాట్ 8:30 విల్ సీ ఆఫ్టర్ సమ్ టైమ్ I have to check my timings Mata. I mean little bit busy and yeah 9 o'clock onwards 9 to 9:30 as per the schedule we'll see okay
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय शील प्रभुपाद की जय शील गुरुदेव की जय कार्तिक दामोदर मास की जय निताय गौर हरि